In this edition of Transworld Sport.
And we head to Norway to meet a sprint hurdler who's happy with her nation's climate change.
Daylight hours during the winter months in Norway are short and invariably freezing. But the Arctic-like conditions don't prevent Norwegians from enjoying outdoor pursuits. In fact, on the international stage, the Scandinavian country has excelled in wintry climbs, winning more medals than any other nation at the Winter Olympics. However, the summer months bring contrasting fortunes. The days are much longer, and in the north of the country, the sun never sets. The 4.8 million population can expect to enjoy their sport basking in temperatures above 20 degrees Celsius. Norway is one of only a handful of countries to have won more medals at the Winter Olympics than at the Summer Games. But change is slowly coming. Meet Isabelle Pedersen, one of the world's best junior sprint hurdlers and a member of a team of powerful young Norwegian athletes who have little interest in the traditional sports of their homeland.
No winter sports for me. I've hated cross-country skiing since I was little. I've never been able to do it. Every time I try it, I just slip backwards down a slope. Skating I tried when I was little, and my bum hurt for a week afterwards. My mum didn't dare let me try slalom, nor snowboarding. I get cold very easily, so no.
We caught up with Isabelle, the reigning 100 metres hurdles world youth champion, during a training session with sprinter Folake Akanyemi at Oslo's Bislett Stadium. Athletics in Norway is currently experiencing a boom, and a lot of it's down to Trond.
I was very fortunate to have the job of overseeing the progress of our young athletes between 2003 and 2009. I looked after the youth and junior teams, and in the first year I took a group to the Junior European Championships. We had only 4 participants in total, but by 2009 we had 32 athletes. We won 4 medals and reached 10 finals.
Norway finished 8th in the medals table at last year's Junior European Champs in Serbia. Isabelle and Folake won silver, whilst Karolina Bjerkeli Grøvdal, a middle distance runner and another rising star of the Norwegian junior team, won 2 golds. The athletes have all benefited from being part of a dedicated and talented unit.
It helps that you can train with people that are as good and sometimes better than you. They push you that little bit harder. To have someone breathing down your neck in training and in domestic competitions prepares you well for the international circuit.
Isabelle has been working with Trond since 2008. Although performances in summer sports are improving in Norway, much of government funding is still channeled towards the winter activities. Most track and field coaches work on a voluntary basis, and the infrastructure around the sport is often insufficient to develop top-calibre athletes on a consistent basis. But such drawbacks haven't stopped Knapland trying to develop talent.
We work hard on trying to help talent realise its true potential. Often, the athlete may come from an isolated town or community, but we are now able to get trainers to those areas to help the local coaches develop the athlete. We have also worked on introducing athletes to top competitions from an early age, so that they can compete against the best. This will enable them to learn from the elite and develop further.
Isabelle started sprinting as a 10-year-old. She soon learned she not only had the speed to compete at the 100 metres, but also the strength to take on the best at the 200 metres. As she got older, her versatility grew, and she added the long jump to her range of disciplines.
Isabella is very explosive. Her key strength is that she finds it easy to learn new techniques. I've trained many boys and girls, men and women, but she is one of those athletes who can grasp movements with ease. She's very versatile. She can perform many of the different athletic disciplines to a high standard. So maybe she will start working on another event, perhaps heptathlon.
Originally from Bergen, Isabella has had to make sacrifices for her sport. 2 years ago, at the age of 16, she moved alone to Oslo in order to have access to better facilities.
It wasn't that big a deal. I've managed with just my mum since I was 10. We've looked after each other, and I've had to grow up very quickly. Plus, I come from Bergen, so the move to Oslo wasn't all that major.
Isabella has 1 year left at school. In the coming months, she faces a decision as to whether to take up one of the many athletic scholarship offers from America or stay at home and complete her university education in Norway.
This is something we're planning to discuss at the end of the season, but I'm not sure at the moment. It would be fun to have a semester or two in the States. My coach did it when he was young. He was a decathlete and he thought it was a great experience. So he would like me to go for it. But if I decide to go, then we would need to find the right scholarship and the right school in relation to my development as a hurdler.
Later this month, the best junior athletes in the world will compete at the IAAF World Junior Championships in Canada. Isabella's preparations are in full swing as she aims to add a junior gold to her growing medal haul.
Currently, training is on schedule. I've upped my schedule from last year and I plan to run a few more races to get into top shape. However, I haven't had any great performances this year. I think it's just the small details which are missing from my races. So now I'm training 2-3 times a week on trying to get the rhythm and balance right so that my body runs the hurdles and not merely jumps them. But I'm getting there, and I should peak at the championships.